Our history, my history, was to build shareholder value and realize that shareholder value by selling the company. Some of our directors, Darren Wagner, as an advisor, he's built 2 companies and sold them. Christina McCarthy, one of our directors, just built the company and sold it, Paycore Minerals, to I-80.
I'd just like to add, I learned this from Darren Wagner when he was at Balmoral. He told me that sometime when you're running a company, some people, they raise a lot of money, they go out, they don't understand what they have. So he said, you need to take the time to understand the geology, the print, the model, before you go out. And then you guys are...
I've always thought Darren was one of the smartest geologists in Canada. And believe it or not, when I was looking to put this property package together, and, he was one of the people I called. And the property that we first optioned up to the north in this camp, he looked at and was going to purchase and it was going to option in Balmoral. But of course, the buyout came from Walbridge, so he never got around to it. But he said, that's a great camp. I love that camp. I said, well, how much do you love it? Would you come on the board and help me? He says, yeah, I'll come on as featured advisor. I said, well, how much do you love it? Will you put your own money in this? And he said, yeah, I'll put some money.
That's a very good guy to have on board.
Yeah,
he had a great, he sold West Timmins Golds, if I remember West Timmins Golds.
Yes, West Timmins.
He sold it for $4 million.
Yeah, to Lakeshore.
It's a guy.
I first met Darren in Mexico because when he had West Timmins, they also had some properties.
Yeah.
He was one of the first guys I met in the business and has remained a good friend.
I had the chance to work with him, travel with him. So that's why you always learn from people, and especially guys like that who have a success under their belt. And I believe that if he has attached himself to you as a friend, but also as a business partner, he sees value. And
absolutely,
that guy's like a mind finder.
One of our other directors, I don't know if and some of your viewers may know Jason Jessup from Magna Mining.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah, and he's working on a nickel project up in the Thunder Bay area, and he did a lot of work for us at Ely, and he actually did the pilot mining that was done on this property. So he's another one that came to me, when I was putting this together, that I consulted with, and he said, Andre, if you can put this property together, there's a lot of gold there. He did a pilot mining project for Manitou that was, they just basically went up on the vein above that where that high-grade hit was and did 5 blast holes and mucked that out from surface, and it was 5 grams gold from surface, and they did metallurgy on it. 86% of the gold was free gold and came out in the concentrator.
Whoa.
And 99+% came out with adding a little cyanide to it. So Jason's another one who I have a lot of respect for. He's a board member, and he did a lot of the work there. So
when I listen to all of this, you have a hell of a technical team. Wow. So
I just can't say how important it is that not only do we have the people in the background on the board and stuff, but Anna and Maura, and we're adding another female. It seems like all the smart young geologists these days are female, we've got a great team with a lot of experience in these kind of systems, and it's just what this camp has never seen before is this scientific approach. Our program, our claim package is put together on a district scale, which is what a major company or a mid-tier producer would want to see. And our exploration program, because of Maura's experience and Anna's at Gold Corp, the exploration program is being put together like a major mid-tier company would like to see. So there's no question. Where I'm heading with this is that, our goal is not to find a big deposit and become a developer, but to find a big deposit and sell it and make our shareholders a lot of money.
Let's just say IPO, RTO of $5 million during this time. I haven't seen that much company who are able to do that work. So I guess you got the project, the team to go forward. Now it's for you guys to deliver and understanding. It's very part of the strategy. I think you have all the ingredients. Talk to me about in terms of marketing, because, you know, like, you're going to have a lot to say eventually, you know, like...
Well, here we are at the event of the North, this is becoming such a successful show. I think we're just going to call it the event.
Yeah.
You know, my history with Joanne is she at Ely Gold Royalties. She was our IR person for many years, so learned a lot about the marketing from her. We are doing a lot of social media and virtual town hall conferences. We also, Maura is really good. I mean, we are doing working now on a proactive video linked presentation and website, so that if you have a question, it's got a Q&A section on it. Maura does all these little short pieces of explaining what different drill holes means and what the drill program, and they're nice short, you know, maybe 30-second explanations. And so we're really focused on using the virtual a lot, but also doing the traveling. We'll be doing Beaver Creek this fall. I'll be doing the one-to-one conference in New York. Next week, actually, we're doing the global one-to-one conference. And I'll be up at 1, 2 in the morning talking to investors from China.
Do you have something to say?
And then I'm very excited to be going back to Europe this fall. So we'll do one-to-one. I'll do one-to-one in London in November, and then go on to the Bali conference in Zurich. And of course, from there, one of our early shareholders, Claude Viget, he's a real hallmark in Zurich. He headlines and does a lot of the panels for the Bali show.
Okay.
And I did the Bali show with Ely and Gold, and have a lot of successful investors who haven't really heard the story yet, because the Europeans, they want you to come tell the story to them. They want to make sure you're real.
I'm the same. Honestly, I'm the same. I like video. It's fun. It's a nice approach. But I definitely like the in-person meeting, and that's why we put up all these shows.
So I think we'll be very, very successful. You've seen that the success that we're having in raising money is, I'll say it's 80% that we have the project and the talent and the technical team, like you said. But certainly the fact that, the last deal that I did, people made money, makes it a bit easier as well. People they sometimes don't know that I'm doing Dryden Gold now, but they say, "Oh, you're Ely Gold."
Yeah.
I ran into a guy in January. We did the show in Vancouver.
Okay.
And riding the elevator down, the guy looked at my badge and he says, "Oh, Trey Wasser, you're Ely Gold." He says, and this guy had long hair. It was very scruffy. You wouldn't have thought he had two nickels to rub together. But he said, I had 3 million shares of that stock when...
Probably, thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Trey. Nice taking the elevator. You got the elevator to go up on my side.
Yeah.
Trey Wasser, I wanted to ask you, for the investor drilling program starting when?
Well, first of all, I mentioned that we're going to be, or maybe we didn't cover this very well, is the other thing we discovered in the drill program, that 4,000 meters, is that the previous operator, Manitou, they only sampled the obvious vein material.
Okay.
And because of their knowledge from Red Lake, we did complete sampling. And what we found is that there actually is not in the quartz veining structures, which is obvious, but in the volcanics, the sheared volcanics, there's a footwall and a hanging wall structure. And we hit some very nice grades in that, and it's expanding the size of these intercepts.
Okay.
Now, Manitou didn't do that, but we have all that 20,000 meters of core from Manitou. So rather than going out and starting to drill again, we're going to bring all that core into a central location, which again is what a major mid-tier would want to see. Where's all the core from the historic core from the project? And they're going to relog that, and we'll reassay this areas where we know it's mineralized that hasn't been tested. They'll also get a lot more knowledge about some of these controls that we're finding. There's felsic dikes in here that are controlling the high grade, and so we want to evaluate that core first. And it'll be like a 20,000 meter drill program.
We can expect that when
throughout the summer program,
after summer,
and then we'll be doing a fall drill program, right? Yeah.
Okay. And following this interpretation evaluation to start a campaign, and to probably go with to start with a 10,000 meter. Or?
Oh, it's market dependent, Mario. I mean, again, our market cap, as we said, we came public at 15 cents. That's where Rob McEwen got into the stock, and many other, high-level investors. And the stock, publicly is right now trading at 13, 14 cents. I actually bought stock again, and to tell you, I've invested in every round of financing that we've done in this company, and I was in the market myself buying in the open market just these last few weeks. So stock got down to 11, 12 cents, and I was a buyer down there. So, so investors today can get in at a level that's similar to the RTO price. And we really, for us to do 10,000 meters, I think we would want to see the stock at a bigger bonus, a step up from the existing where the people got in. It's much better practice to raise money at higher prices than lower prices.
That's for sure.
So we'll control that. But we're lucky in that we can get a lot done with the drill rig. We keep our costs down, which is not a big lifestyle company. So our costs for drilling is about $200 a meter. So we can get a lot done even in a 5,000 meter drill program. Would be very exciting, and we would balance it with the dilution. So if we hit the stock up through marketing up to where we think it should be, 20, 25 cents.
Yeah.
Well then maybe we'd raise enough money to and of course we'll do the flow through money because we intend to get most of the money into the ground.
That's very good. Trey Wasser, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great to have you.
Yeah, great to have.
Just want to remind you, thank you very much for watching. Dryden Gold,
symbol DRY on the Vancouver Exchange, and DRYGF on the OTCQB.
On this, thank you very much, everyone. Merci, Trey, again. Have a great day. Thank you.